You know, 9-2. I haven't been home in a while. The finals, you know, you could see some rust, and you know, we lacked rhythm for sure to start both halves, and we had some guys play good, and we had some guys really struggle tonight. And you know, the good thing is we won by 15, and we know we got to get better.
Questions? This is kind of a typical game when you're going through finals, that maybe you're just not quite as sharp.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we follow all the scores, you know, around the country, and you know, this is a hard game for both teams. Though it's not just one team. I don't know when Radford's finals are, and I don't really care. But we have to get a lot better, you know, and you know, we had 8 days, you know, of what I felt were pretty good practices. Building lacked enthusiasm tonight, and you know, we had a lot to do with it.
Where do you feel like you guys have to get better?
Just a lot, just so many different areas, Chris. I mean, we probably don't have enough time because you guys want to eat dinner. Even little things like we don't tell teammates what the play call is. I'll tell one player and he'll listen and not echo it to a teammate. I mean, just the most simple, mundane things. It's up to them, you know. I mean, we're going to coach them every day and tell them exactly what we have to do. But at the end of the day, they've got to do a better job communicating. They got to do a better job getting to their spots before the referee hands the ball to the opposition, whether they're inbounding the ball or we're inbounding the ball. I mean, even just a simple out-of-bounds defense and out-of-bounds offense. We didn't play with nearly the desperation that I thought we would after losing 2 games. I was totally shocked at the lack of enthusiasm to start the game.
It seemed like you sat on the bench for one of the media timeouts. Was that kind of a message you got?
Didn't really have anything to say. I mean, we've had our longest prep of the year, 8 days. You know.
Rebounding was definitely a bright spot. I mean, you really limited them what they were able to do on offensive rebounding. Have you been happy with how the team's rebounded this year, given the size?
Yeah, I mean, you know, because we can score the ball and space it out. When we share the ball, we can score. But yeah, I mean, I think our rebounding's been good. Our post defense is, you know, was terrible tonight, atrocious. It's been good up until tonight, and you know, we can't guard anybody individually, so it's, you know, it's major issues in a lot of different areas.
But were you not happy with the sharing and passing the ball? I know you had that 26, but
yeah, I mean, I thought our shot selection probably the worst that I've seen in 3 years here.
You started Elijah, but he only played a little bit. I guess why did you want to shake up the starting lineup? And,
yeah, I mean, you know, we wanted to, you know, see if we could get a true center involved. Ended up going back to what we always do. You know, tried at both halves, but.
This game you're not really thrilled with. I know the win counts as a win.
No, I mean, my mom texted me in the locker room and said, you know, great win, and I said I didn't feel like it, and she said, you won by 15. Would you take that 2 years ago? And, you know, so, I mean, we did win by double digits, and they play hard, and they've played at Ohio State. They've, you know, they've played at Vanderbilt. So I mean, they've been in some big games, and they, you know, it was a 10-point game or whatever it was at Ohio State, and the Vanderbilt game with 6 minutes to go was like an 8-point game, and they played at Virginia Tech. So they played against some really good teams, and you know, their record is, you know, they're not going to keep playing the Virginia Techs of the world and the Ohio States, and they're a good team, and they play real. I thought they played really hard, both to start both halves. You know, I give them a lot of credit for how hard they played.
Talk about winning this game without a lot of offense from Martins tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I just you know, I thought that Kendall did a really good job in that first half and kind of kept us alive, and you know, Jordan did a good job in the second half of roaming that dunker spot, and Josh was phenomenal passing the basketball. He and Lindsey were really unselfish, and Cody made some great passes, but You know, again, the ball sticks, and we walk the ball up the floor at times, and you know, we just got to get a lot better than where we're at.
I mean, you were pretty confident that Josh was going to be able to snap his little slump here. I guess you have to be really pleased to see how he played tonight.
Yeah, I thought, you know, and I still think he can play a lot better. I thought there were some loose balls that he didn't react to, and he took an ill-advised shot. But you know, just his ability to rebound, his ability to guard multiple positions. I mean, he's a starter in our eyes, and he has been since basically since he's been on campus. So we don't. You know, I think it's good for him coming off the bench because he can see the flow of the game, and he plays so many different positions. He plays anywhere from the 2 to the 4. So, you know, he might not like coming off the bench, but I have a comfort level knowing that he's sitting there and we can stick him in for, you know, any of 4 guys. So we weren't really worried about him, you know, snapping out of it, and you know, so it's no surprise that he played really well tonight.
Why did you want to go back to trying to use the center a little bit more?
Well, one, you know, Caleb hadn't been able to practice every day, and so, you know, and I thought that we had a lot of pop when he came off the bench. But having said that, I mean, we played 2 top 25 teams. You know, we went with basically 5 guards, and we played them toe-to-toe, both teams. And so I have to go back and watch film and evaluate what we're going to do against Davis.
Have you looked at all of Davis?
I know Davis very well.
Okay.
We'll fire away. I can answer him. I don't need any notes or anything. I know him. TJ Shorts gets in the lane. He's got great quickness, pushes the pace. Monecki inside's the best interior player we've played all year. Good rebounds the ball. He's active. He's bouncy. Number 5 is a really, really good player all around. Can shoot the 3. Really smart player. They're glue guy. And they got 2 guys off the bench that can really shoot it. I mean, if we play like this, we're not winning. I can tell you that.
Why are you so familiar with them? Just you know, previous scouting? Or
yeah, and they're playing teams that, I mean, I love to watch West Coast basketball. So I've seen them, you know. They played USF the other night. We play both those teams coming up, and we've had a lot of like opponents, either teams we've played that we have interest in watching, or so I've watched them a ton. I watched them more than I watched Radford, I can tell you that.
I mean, they have a pretty good RPI as well. I mean,
I mean, I watched their whole game against Washington State. Washington State's talented, and you know, I mean, they just you watch them play, and they're smart. They're well coached. Coach Les does a great job. We don't play this home non-conference streak will end. I know that if we play like we just did.
Any more questions for Coach? Thank you.
These guys will probably be a little bit nicer.
Questions for Jordan?
how do you think you guys played today?
We could play better, but I think we played all right. You know, we started off slow in both halves, and I think that really showed in the score. But I think overall we played okay.
How hard was it? You had a lot of days off, kind of a weird Sunday afternoon game. Did that all kind of play into like the lack of enthusiasm to start off the game?
I mean, I wouldn't put on that because I feel like every game you got to show up for, no matter when it is. So like, you can use that as an excuse, but I'd rather not. We just should have showed up to play, no matter what time we're playing at.
Why do you think maybe the enthusiasm is lacking? Is it just finals, or maybe you just played 2 really good teams and Radford is not at that same level?
Radford was a good team. They played really hard. I just think, I don't know, we just didn't come out with the energy we needed to, and that's just something we got to fix. I don't really know where it stemmed from, but it's something we just can't allow to keep happening.
You've been having some big rebound games lately. I mean, has that been more of a focus for you just because you are basically the team center?
Yeah. I mean, I just been really trying to focus on defensive rebounding more than anything because I know I can offensive rebound. So my biggest thing is to get like my defensive rebounding up.
Do you feel like what was the locker room like after this win? I mean, it's still a 15-point win, you know, regardless of whether you guys play as well as you could have.
Locker room atmosphere was fine. You know, nobody's upset with each other. We're fine chemistry-wise. We know what we have to do, though. We know we just can't let this happen. But so a win's a win. But, you know, we know we can play better than how we did.
What was the thing
Probably that we pulled it out. Like they made a couple runs that cut it down. I think the single digits in the second half, and that we still pulled it out and won by double figures.
New uniforms as well. I think it's the 12th set since Muss has been here. I guess where do you grade those ones?
I like these a lot. They're probably my second favorite ones.
Okay. Behind?
The camo ones we had.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why do you like those ones so much?
It was tough.
What size shirt is that?
This is an XL, but I got it him.
Have you looked at all at UC Davis? Do you know much about them? And then obviously a quick turnaround. It seems like you guys are going to have to play better than them.
I watched Monecki. He's averaging 2011. He's really good. He's undersized, but he can play on the perimeter too. He's a massive nightmare for a lot of people. So I've really been watching stuff on him.
Any more questions for Jordan? Question for Josh. Just what are your thoughts on the game?
I thought we played. We had stretches where we played hard. We could have played a lot better during the second half when they went on their runs, but there were plenty of stretches where we played hard for a short amount of time, and I think we just have to continue to get better and make those runs longer and longer for longer times of the game.
Did you feel like you needed this game just to kind of get back on track? I mean, it seemed like you played a really good all-around game after 3 round cuts.
Absolutely. I feel more comfortable and just getting back in the groove, being able to rebound and doing, like you said, play an all-around game. Getting my teammates involved. Scoring, being able to score. So it was definitely a bounce-back game for me, but also the team. I think that was just more important. I was more frustrated with us losing 2 games. So I was excited for us to get back on track. Even though we didn't play as well as we thought we could. Just for us to win. And, get back on track, and we'll be fine. We'll be able to, pull it together the next 3 games.
Coach, with I guess, enthusiasm, I mean, is it just because you guys are in finals week, or is it because you haven't played in a while, or because, you're coming off some, really high-ranked opponents and now finding things a little bit lower?
I think it was a mixture of all that. Finals, coming off 2 losses, I think all that came in together. But, there's still no excuses. We still should have came back and came out a lot stronger and more aggressive and, just playing the way we usually play before those 2 losses. So I think all that had a little something to do with it, but, there's no excuses. We know we have to play better.
I mean, obviously the Martin twins didn't play their best game. I guess what does it mean that, they can have an off game and you guys still win by 15?
Anyway, it shows that how all around our team is. Those are our 2, best scorers and best overall players. So, it shows that everybody else had to step up offensively, and it shows that we're a really deep team this year. They'll bounce back and play a lot better. So when we have a game where all of us are playing well, we can score at a high rate offensively. So yeah.
Where was your confidence level during your little stretch there? I mean, did you still remain confident, or did you feel like you needed, kind of a boost?
I still remain confident. I was just, trying to do whatever it took the team to win, even though my shot was off and I wasn't, scoring. I was just trying to do whatever else it took to, for the team to win, whether I was, wasn't playing or I was in the game, just whatever it took, trying to, be positive during the situation and, just continue to strive for it.
About UC Davis, or kind of just going to learn them over the next 48 hours?
I don't know much about them. I just know that they're top 3 in their conference right now, and they're playing pretty well. And I know they have a big man who's pretty good after what Coach just told us. So, we're going to have to really focus in and lock in on him. And continue to play well against posts, and because we're kind of small right now. So just continue to play well against posts and rebound again at a high rate.
What's the key to playing well off the bench? Is it a different mindset when you start a game?
I think it's just coming in, bringing energy right away, no matter what it is, offense, defense, steals, rebounding, just bringing something in, contributing right away, and just because you're able to see the game from, like coaches say, I'm able to see what's going on, so I can see what the team needs to, what we need to improve and what I need to come in and bring. So, just bringing energy.
How do you look at the role of the bench on this team? Is
Absolutely. I think our whole starting five, is going to be, our leading scorers and, just leading us in every category. So I think, just us bringing a spark off the bench and, just contributing something, whether it's scoring one night, rebounding, passing, we just have to bring something positively so we can, help our starters.
No more questions for Josh? Thank you. Questions for Kendall?
I think they kind of covered it a little bit. Just kind of coming out a little rusty. A lot of cumulative of a lot of things as far as finals. Coming off losses, kind of regrouping and being off for 8 days. So that's kind of just what you kind of get. You just kind of get rust. You get unforced turnovers, things like that. I thought we could have done a better job defensively. That's something that you really can't. You really shouldn't see that much waverly throughout games. The game. Offense is going to come and go, but I thought that we should have been a little bit more sound defensively. But it is what it is, and we just got to bounce back and kind of learn from this. We know we could have played better, but a win's a win. We're thankful for that, but there's some things you need to tweak.
You had a good stretch there. You guys were, I think, down by a couple after the second media timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then you had to get 3 threes in a row. And did you feel like the team needed to lift kind of in that stretch?
Yeah, just try to be aggressive. Of course, with Caleb and his injury, it's kind of day-to-day with him. And especially the atmosphere that we were kind of, coming out to and playing to, we just needed more life. I just wanted to stay aggressive and kind of bring something to the table.
Do you feel like you guys are still improving every game? I know this is,
Hey, not to interrupt, Kendall, but my son just texted me, but we did do one thing really well.
So.
We guarded Polite, who was supposedly their star.
Mm.
So I do want to let you know we did do something really positive.
who gets credit for that?
That's a good question. Probably Cody. I think he was on him. But yeah, I forgot your question.
I don't even know what I was asking. Broke it down.
Right.
Jack,
You hit the threes when the team needed it.
No, that was going to say that at the end. Did Jack make you take your hair and shirt off?
Nah, Coach Must did. I was trying to put on for for all the '90s babies, but it didn't work out too well.
Is that better than Rugrats?
That's a good one, man. That's tough. I don't know if I can choose.
Get back to the game. Do you feel like you guys are going to have to – oh, yeah, I was saying, do you feel like you guys are still improving every game? Or is this
Yeah, that's a good question. I think we're learning, continue to learn how to stop runs and kind of weather that. I think defensively we still got to put more emphasis as a team. I think, we kind of stray away from the scouting report a little too much, just in short stretches to where, if you're going to get beat, doing it the coach's way. And, that's what kind of Coach Muss has been irritated about a couple times, just kind of blown assignments and, at the end of the day, just making shots tough and not getting beat on their strengths, get beat on, having them do something that they're not good at. So, yeah, I think we are getting better, but it's not as progressive as we want. So we just got to, be mature about it and correct it today, tomorrow, and get ready for Tuesday.
kind of a bad shooting night for the team, 5 of 23.
Yeah.
Well, do you feel like that was more shot selection or just kind of a random night where the shots aren't falling?
Mostly just wasn't our night. I think us being rusty, it just kind of played into just kind of being lethargic. We was getting scored on. There wasn't a lot of life in the gym, and it kind of carried over into the offensive side. But, I'm not worried about that too much. I think I'm more worried about just, our team and kind of being more consistent defensively.
You guys kind of ready for the conference season to start, get those games going?
Yeah, but, we still just want to just finish non-conference strong. That's really a big emphasis for us, especially, not being a Power 5 school. Every game matters for us. We can't, look over any games like that. So Of course, our conference is going to be, tough, but we're definitely looking forward to Davis first and foremost.
Do you know much about them?
I don't, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not too much. But we're actually about to do film right after this. Yeah, that's what it takes.
Why did you think there was any life in the gym? Just kind of guys, just kind of a tough game to watch?
I think we just kind of compounded our mistakes, and just guys were kind of hanging our heads, and we just didn't have a spark. And when you haven't played for 8 days, you're battling against, rust as well as trying to overcome, just bonehead like I did, just handing off and it hits a guy's knee and goes off. Just bonehead mistakes like that. You got to overcome both of those, as well as not being in a rhythm too much on the offensive end. So it was a lot of things that we just couldn't fall back on to get us going. So as a mature team, we had to do to win. But if you want to be elite, we got to do better defensively and kind of other aspects.
One question.
Thanks, God.